Welcome back to the expert walkthrough for Demon Souls, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Let's Play Dark Souls HD. I'm chilling next to this dead guy here. It was his first day, man. I feel so bad for him. Strava's somewhere around here, walking around. He says something about my father's waiting for me. There he is. Well, your dad's up there, dude. You may as well, Oh, who am I kidding? You're not gonna do anything. You'll die if you get close. And that's no insult to Strava, because, well, we can't see it from here. We kind of can see it, so those giant steps leading up to that big archway. There's bad news up there. I'm telling you, man. It's going to get ugly. We have a legion of red-eyed knights. I actually made a reference to this exact part that I'm talking about in one of my recent Elden Ring videos. There was, I think, when we were getting into Lanedale Capital, there was a section where there's like there's a knight on the steps, and then two soldiers down in front of him, and they were kind of in the same. See, there it is. Hey, let's see if we can get a look, huh? And sort of the same kind of knight formation, triangulation. So there's two spear guys, I think, one sword guy, or no, looks like all three of them are spear guys. But now those guys they're tough, man. They're no joke. They're gonna stomp us if we're not careful. But we're really not going to have to worry about going all the way up there just yet. I'm going down here specifically to deal with these guys for one. But my main focus for this part right now is... My main focus for this part is that I want to go use the key that we picked up. And don't worry. We will, damn, I'm like maxed out, dude. What the heck? Why am I so heavy? Story of my life. But I'm doing something about it. Working out 6 days a week. And, among other things. Starving myself. God. Anyway, now we can really get a good look. I don't mean to make that sound incredibly negative, like what I just said. Like, trust me, these changes I'm making are very important. I'm sweating and working out a lot every week. I say that after a week and a half of it, but and I'm also in a calorie deficit. I've limited myself to significantly less calories than what I would normally consume every day. And like, you guys don't want to hear about that. This is about Demon Souls. Let's focus on Demon Souls, shall we? So there's the Fog Gate, right? That's going to lead to the Penetrator, and then got Mr. Fat Official there. He was the original one that ran away at the very beginning of the level, I think. And then we have three badasses that are guarding him. Well, they look badass because of the glowing red eyes and whatever, but trust me, once we get up there, we're going to peel their asses apart. Ain't gonna be no thing. Now, there's one section of this level, I don't think it's right here. I don't believe it is. No, okay. There's one section of this level where we can get up onto one of these like higher sort of landscape grounds, and then there's going to be a piece to one of the ceramic coins. And I want to cover that. I want to go get that. But for now, what we're going to do is we just ran back that way only to really clear those last two archers and get that item. Now what we're going to do is we're going to run back to the beginning of the level. And while I do that, let's actually take a look at the key that I'm referencing. Let's see this one. A ring of iron keys. They all look the same. So this is what we got from the gentleman that we just fought. Go get him, man. The last Fat Official that we killed, I think he was the third one in chronological order, maybe the second one that we got. Whatever. Semantics. The most recent one. That's the best way for me to describe it. He was the most recent one that we killed, and we can now unlock this door because we got those keys. Damn it, Elden Ring. Oh, never mind. I still can't. That's right. We actually have to go back this way. So we have to go... It's the most confusing thing. We have to go use a key to go get a key to unlock that door. As dumb as that sounds. But the nice thing is we don't have to go far. Even though we are technically going further backwards in the level, like we're going back past the original archstone, we don't have to sit at the archstone. We don't have to rest and make all the enemies come back, right? I'm just going to slay this guy. I don't give a damn. Alright, cool. Boom. I don't think this lizard should come back. I think we killed it the maximum amount of times. Yep, okay. I want to check anyway. Can't just let him live. So this is the door that we can unlock. Iron ring. Yeah, the iron key ring. And then we're going to meet an interesting NPC down here, as well as there's going to be some good loot, which kind of sucks. We're going to have to send it all back. Because we're heavy, but whatever. Alright. Hello, Mr. Fat Official. Oh, you want to come over here and fight me, dude? Yeah, man. No, don't. You're an asshole. He had to get just one shot off on me, didn't he? Didn't you, big boy? Okay, the bloody iron key. So that's what we needed, I think. Let's take a look at it. There was no description of the other one, but this one, a heavy iron key encrusted with dried blood. It's just about as vague as the one we already got, huh? So we're using the iron key ring to get these items right now. That's what we're still currently using. And then the bloody key should unlock that gate back there. And then this is Biorr. Of the Twin Fangs, no doubt.
Who goes there? Ah, you killed that blooded sluggard for me. I'm called Biorr, the elder of the Twin Fangs of Boletaria. I thank you. You deserve a handsome reward. Only I have none. Go on ahead. I shall sleep a while.
Alright, he goes back to bed. And then, well, oddly enough, I'm pretty sure he's like the spiritual ancestor to Siegmeyer and all other onion bros that we run into in Souls games. Because once the deed is done, he just kind of goes to bed. And when I say the deed, I mean he does help you. So we have a lizard ahead, and Biorr, I don't know why you would want to do this. I would hope you wouldn't, but don't attack that guy, man. He's kind of a badass. He's pretty tough. He'll kick your ass. He's got the great sword and the brushwood shield with the brushwood armor. He's got very high damage absorption, and he hits like a truck. Like, he hits like a truck that's got a V8 and is supercharged. He's no joke. He's going to be one of our targets for Mephistopheles. Fireworks better for lizard. Oh my god, I'm tired of switching, man. I'm just gonna commit to this. I'm just gonna here. See, it's getting the job done just fine. Alright, give me those. And then I don't think lizards are typically a distraction, but it doesn't look like we ran past anything. And it looks like we're on the Lord's Path again, which we are. That's actually what this portion of this archstone is called. It's the Lord's Path. But speaking of brushwood shield, this is the item that I was pointing out from when we were meeting the Draggling Merchant for the second time. So this is the continuation of Lord's Path. The second location for the Draggling Merchant, he was sitting right on top of that chest right there, and this item was behind him. 30 pounds, or units, whatever. The Tower Shield. Jesus, man. That's heavy. But it'll block death. Like, literally, the Grim Reaper could come out of the ground and would bounce off of that shield. It's absurd in this game. Especially, like, the actual Grim Reapers that are down in the Shrine of Storms, or the Ritual Path, I guess is where those guys would be. The technical name for their level, the Ritual Path, right? Those Reapers, for sure, wouldn't be able to get through that shield. But I mean, I'm talking like Castlevania, like Death himself could come out of the ground. I've said it multiple times in multiple videos. If you haven't seen Castlevania on Netflix, you need to. It's awesome. There we go. Like I said, we got to use a key to go unlock a gate to get to a key to... Yeah. Alright. I want to point something else out, too. Check this out. So we got this item back here. Fake wall. This was not part of the original game. This was just a dead end in the original Demon Souls. But beyond there, there's goodies. A particular armor set that's very fabled and was also not part of the original Demon Souls. So we're going to go through here. There's bad guys, though. Be careful. I'm going to break shit. I'm going to disrespect our surroundings. I'm going to try to open all these doors, because I'm telling you, man, it's Undead Berg syndrome. Can you open any of them? No. Am I going to try? Yeah. Alright. And then for this part, I don't think I can do this part. I'm pretty sure I have to run back, because, like, I don't... Okay, yeah, I don't have the right equipment to do this part, so hold on. Hold on. Turns out that we need to actually go back anyway. Oh, boy. I'm terrible at this. Here we go. It is not as much of a labyrinth as it seems, I promise. Only slightly. So it doesn't matter. We unlocked a big shortcut. Like, I shouldn't make a big deal out of us having to warp back to the Nexus because, like, it's whatever. We're not gonna have to kill very many enemies to get back to exactly where we were. We're not. So let's get back to the Nexus. We're gonna need some equipment. I don't remember. I think in the original Demon Souls on PlayStation 3, all you needed was the hat to do this part. But hey,
Our great king was a magnanimous leader. He was stolid, spirited, caring of his subjects. He fought valiantly against the vile and depraved. The seditious claims that our Lord brought this scourge upon us, they could only be fabrications woven by jealous conspirators. That must be it. It must be.
you'd be surprised, man. And I like how he said the vile and depraved as he sits here in front of this archstone, which is the Valley of Defilement where the depraved ones live.
I heard an odd piece of news from a merchant Drakeling. He claims that the son of the king, Ariona, has come to Boletaria alone. Ariona is a wise and kind soul, almost too kind. He would not be safe in this accursed land without protection. If you find Ariona, do look after him, and tell him to return to the Nexus immediately, and that Biorr of the Twin Fangs will look after His Highness.
Okay, so he is referring to a Strava. I know he said Ariona, but Strava is the prince,
But
so...
perhaps our age was...
Well, I was told to tell you to come back here, man. You're supposed to be out there wandering around in circles building the courage to fight your dad.
My brother-in-arms, Vallarfax of the Twin Fangs, was a brave and mighty knight. And like myself, he was the master of more than the sword. Vallarfax's mind was sharper than most scholars. Dark times have befallen us. If our lord, with the esteemed help of Vallarfax, could not prevent it, then no one could have.
Well, your brother apparently slipped through the fissure and was never seen again, so if he comes home, tell him we're out of oat milk. Alright, you. You're gonna fix my stuff because, yep, it needs it. And then we are gonna level up because we have the souls. Yes, I seek soul power. Give me that damage, girl. Gimme, gimme, gimme. And then you.
Hello again.
I have business with you, sir. You're gonna take all this stuff off of me. I can't believe I picked those up. May as well put them away. Whatever. I don't need them, but geez. And here, this is kind of a waste of space. This stuff isn't like heavy, but we're not going to need it for a while. We're not going to need it until we get to the Valley of Defilement. Like, I'm going to do a hard switch to that armor once we get to the Valley of Defilement. Believe you me, that is what I'm going to do. But I'm trying to think, like, how heavy is some of this stuff? Like, that's heavy. Jesus. That's Age Spice. Should be all we need, to be honest. We put this away. And then... God, those are heavy. We don't need those at all. Gotta be smart. And then... Yeah, these lotuses are heavy, man. stop bleeding. We're not worried about bleeding. I'm gonna put that shit away. Plague, we're gonna keep, though. Gotta keep that. Alright. And then... don't need bolts. Don't have a crossbow. We're gonna keep all these, though. How much is this? 10, 5, 3... okay. Wait. Then, now, we have to take stuff. So that... then, where's the armor? That. Where's the gloves? And their boots? Cool.
You have a heart of gold.
We're gonna wear their whole armor set, man. It's gonna be great. And we're gonna go get a super duper important NPC. Importante. Okay, and I know this dog is gonna want a piece of me, but we're just gonna funnel him. No? Okay. Bye. Thank you, Thief Ring. Okay. By God, we've done it. Check this out. This big tower, so isolated. Why would they keep something so far away, you ask? Why is this tower all by itself out here? What's the purpose behind it? Well, I'm going to show you. There's the bad guys in here. I think there's maybe one fat official that we need to kill, potentially. And then the idea is that the other one is going to lower the bridge for us once we look like him. It's kind of a cool mechanic. I wish they would do that in more Souls games. Here we go. Yeah. He's up there somewhere. He's not going to lower the thing until we... Ring of the Accursed. Here we go. Let's take a look at this. This one's got some goodies in it. Alright, serpent ring crafted with thin gold lures enemies into attacking its bearer. Once fastened to the finger of criminals, making them constant targets of stones and spit. That's kind of brutal. It's pretty cryptic. But snakes, man, it's the ongoing theme of serpents and snakes in Souls games. It goes all the way back to Demon Souls, as we can see. Pretty cool. I didn't equip it, did I? Okay, good. I'm not trying to get spat on. I don't want rocks thrown at me either. And then this one, the Ring of Magical Nature, increases memory magic capacity. If I didn't give a shit about being in soul form and didn't need a cling ring, I would 100% put this on so we could have more magic. But, as it were, this is not the case. So let's do this. Let's switch into... Look at that. Makes you smile immediately. That's amazing. We're probably going to have to wear all their gear. Yep. Ah. Ah! Well, I switched out too soon. I really shouldn't have done that. But I did. There's nothing I can do now. Alright. Damn, he almost wasted me. That would have sucked. And you like throwing fire at people, dude? Here, I got some for you. Burn. Love it. Thank you for the grass. Here we go. Meet Yuria.
Heavens, you came to save me. Thank you. No, I am fine. With a little rest, I can soon walk.
So these guys were up here torturing her, right? And something I didn't really show, because Can we activate this? No, we cannot. Okay. Something I didn't show, which I probably should have, is if you approach her still wearing the fat official stuff, she'll be like, no, leave me alone. And then she'll be like this little victim that makes it very obvious that she's been tortured up here. But since we already talked to her, she should get back to the Nexus. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to run back. What's your step right here? You will die if you fall. Huzzah. We're going to head back to the Nexus. We're going to talk to her again, and she's going to say, are you sure you want to learn these terrible magics from me? Because The shit I know is evil. We're gonna be like, hell yeah, girl! Something to that effect. Now let's head back. Back to the Nexus we go. We're gonna get to learn some deliciousness. Yes, indeed. So her and Frake don't like each other. Frake is like, thinks his shit don't stink. He's like, I am a scholar and I teach sorcery. That witch over there teaches heresies. And she's fine with it. She's like, don't listen to that guy. Heresies are where it's at.
Again. You saved me from great agony. I am sorry, for I cannot offer proper thanks. But should you have demon souls, I can teach you magic. Only my witchcraft is of a dark nature, and arouses suspicions. Why not try the magic of the great sage Frake?
I've been had, lady. Teach me some suspicion.
Are you certain you wish to learn witchcraft? It would honor me to assist one such as you, but... are you sure?
Yeah, baby. I'm running that sus build. I cannot get Firestorm because I already used my Dragon Demon Soul. That sucks. That's really... I guess I forgot that that's what that needed, because it's honestly the only reason I saved her was because I wanted to get Firestorm. But I forgot I used my Dragon Demon Soul for Fireball. It's okay, though. Fireball is really good. It's going to serve us well when we go for Man-Eaters round 2. But this... spoilers, I was going to use this against the Man-Eaters because it is disgustingly powerful. It, like, depending on how much magic you have, which is what would scale the damage for this stat, it's absurdly strong, and it'll kill them in, like, 2 uses. And I was just going to burn them to a crisp, but that's not the case. It's not going to happen now because I'm an idiot, and I've forgotten.
Once, I lusted after demon souls. I passed the fissure into Boletaria, but became trapped by the Nexus. Then, the King's executioner, Meralda, chained me up inside that tower. My thirst for demon souls is no more. On the contrary, I find such power dangerous.
So, in other words, she got one shot by the Vanguard. She slipped through the fissure and she couldn't handle that dude, so then she got chained up, and well, the rest can be found on rule34.com. But that actually reminds me, we're gonna go to that first art stand. God, I'm really sad about Firestorm. I for some reason in my head, the way I thought it was gonna play out, what? Ooh, the door is opened. Yeah. You gave it your all, man. That's fine. You may have swung 50,000 times into the air trying to hit me, but, I mean, I don't know. Even Jiren started off weak, so we all got to begin somewhere. I love this little side area. We're actually going to fight the person that she mentioned, Meralda. In just a second. Let's see if there's loot up here. Softly sneaky. This little spot. So in Demon Souls is a little different than the other Souls games. Like, Elden Ring is incredibly good at wasting space, right? Like, you will run infinitely in certain directions in that game and find nothing. But Demon Souls doesn't waste space. It doesn't do that, so... Alright, this little side path can only be accessed with Pure White or Pure Black World Tendency. Some events in the different archstones are color specific, but this area is not. It just has to be pure, one way or the other. Doesn't matter which one. And it also doesn't matter which one, it will still spawn the same enemies, these black phantoms. Let me see if I can get this lizard before these guys spawn. We have the Thief Ring on, so it should help us, but... Nope. Okay. Yeah, so that lizard's a trap, man. You're going to want to go for that lizard, and then... Fucking lock on. You're going to want to go for that lizard. Still kill them in one hit, that's good. And again, they're just Dreglings, but you gotta be careful. Dreglings, they can be much faster. They still drop grass. But these Red Phantom ones, they hit hard, dude. Alright, so that should be the first wave of them. And again, this is just 1-1, so this lizard's going to be weak, which is good. Let's get all this stuff. We get these goodies, man. But that lizard's a trap, and so are these items. You're going to be like, ooh, loot and a lizard. It's my lucky day. It's not. You're going to get ganked by Black Phantom Dreglings that hit you 5 to 6 times harder than a normal Dregling, but still only drop Crescent Moon Grass. Lucky you, right? So now we're going to go activate our second wave of these guys. And we'll make sure to check around every corner, because I know there's another piece of Blue Knight armor. There we go, yeah, the Blue Eye Knight helm. Somewhere tucked in here, it's easy to miss. And then up here should be our second wave of Dreglings. I think when it comes to the spawning of these guys, I don't think the Thief Ring really matters that much. I think it's distance based. Like you step a certain distance forward and it will cause them to attack. There we go. Oh yeah. The normal Dregling would have done like less than half of that amount of damage to us, but you know. Black Phantoms. Come on, gentlemen. Skewer them. Give me all that grass. We got good soul items here, though. That's important. And then up here, we're going to have Meralda, the Executioner. But I want to look over here real quick. This is pretty fascinating to me. So this, I really like looking at this part in particular, if I can get a good look, is because this part in particular... So, all right. We've seen all of this and we've been up there. Like up there where that big cathedral is, that's where the very first Red-Eyed Knight in the game is. And that's where King Doran is. He's behind those doors. And we can't open that door yet, but we will at some point. Strava's going to give us the key to get in there. And we're going to kill that guy and take his damn armor. But every time I look down here from this spot, like when I look down at the stream and all like the landscape and everything, the texture of the rocks, the trees and all that stuff, and like the coloring and the lighting, it really, really reminds me of like Monster Hunter or like older Monster Hunter games. Not necessarily World, but like some of the older like PSP titles, original platform stuff, and Dragon's Dogma too. It really looks like the valley that leads you to Grand Soren, in my humble opinion, per my deduction. All right, so more Draglings over here. I'm pretty sure I just heard a grunt, maybe. Or perhaps it's only Meralda that's in here. Either way, she's gonna die. She's like right down there. Ah! She was around the corner. You have any idea how dumb you are? She'll heal too. She has grass. She has the Dozerax. We want to take her ass down. We'll take that Executioner armor. Because it's female. Bam. So we got the Master's Ring. I'm pretty sure we've already picked this up. Yep. So damage from optimal hits. And it's works well for her because if she trades with you using that weapon, you're done, boy. This is significantly heavier, but it has better defense to some stuff. Okay. Our defense really doesn't go up that much. But I like the way it looks, man. Problem is, with it being a little bit heavier, we are probably going to fat roll if we wear most of it. I'm going to try, though. Let's see, we're still under half. That's good. That's the rule with this game, is you have to stay under half. Of course, we're just barely not able to. That's fine. We'll keep these pants on. Kind of like mix it up a little bit. I like the way this looks. Alright. Cool. So that wasn't so bad. She can totally surprise you. Like, I've died to her before. Trust me, it can happen. And this part, my god, this part is the devil. Making no promises that I'm going to do this. And we already have a poison resistance ring. We got it from the pool. No, the ladder will not take you to that item. Oh, you thought. Okay, so this part is, like, really dumb, man. Like, this is so shitty the way you have to do this. So, these beams, like, they seem perfectly lined up, but they're not, is the problem. Like, you kind of have to be, just slightly off in order to do this right. There we go. God. But it's a great item. I'm telling you right now, you want this colorless demon soul. It's like the only easy one to get in the game. I say easy, but it's not. But then you have to drop down again. It's like you don't just get it and then suddenly it's like woohoo. No, not at all. There's another beam that you have to hit. You can 100% die doing this. It is very easy. I've done it 1,000 times on 1,000 different playthroughs. Don't be like me. Alright, and then here you get the brushwood stuff, which is Biorr's armor. And then I don't think there's any purpose in falling down there. I'm pretty sure if you fall into that muck, you'll die. I think. This is like the soul pit, though. This is the soul pit where you could see the souls flying around from 1-1 in that part where we get to our first crossbow guy and bait those 2 dreglings to jump into the hole. Pretty sure that's where this is right now. Just the very bottom of it. So yeah, don't fall down into the blood pit. Get yourself a nice colorless demon soul because it's going to be super useful for us whenever we decide what weapon we're going to use it on, which I haven't yet. But again, for reference, the colorless demon soul is what you want to use to upgrade special weapons. So all boss weapons and some special weapons that don't require boss souls are what you would use colorless demon souls on to upgrade it. And they can only be upgraded 5 times. 5 times is a lot, though. You have an incredibly strong weapon at +5 if it needs colorless demon souls. So I may end up doing like the insanity catalyst with mine. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. That was a solid episode, though. I think we're doing great. And you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to change up our fashion a little bit in the next episode, because this looks okay, but we can do better. What does that meme say? Like, life is good, but it can be better. So, thank you guys so much for continuing to join me on the expert walkthrough for Demon's Souls. I think this was one of the smoothest episodes we've had in a while. I didn't have to worry about dying or anything. Really disappointed about Firestorm. I thought for whatever reason my brain said you buy it for like 20,000 souls or something expensive. Whatever. It was going to be fair trade, but I guess we needed the Dragon Demon Soul, so now I regret using it on Fireball. But it's whatever. We'll be okay. We're still going to destroy the Man-Eaters when we get back to them. It's going to be fine. So, thank you guys so much for joining me on today's episode of the Expert Walkthrough for Demon's Souls. I've been your faithful host, Let's Play Dark Souls HD. I'll catch you guys in the next video.